Today we're working on something a little bit different. Normally you see pickup trucks and big trucks in my driveway all the time. That's not the case today. Today we're working on this, I think it's a 04, it's a Volvo V70. $19.11
Yeah, I've been using it.
on a pillow. Had to run down to the parts store, get some little connectors for the speakers. And it's been sitting for a while, we'll say. You know, well over half a year now. Let's see, inspection sticker's 4 on it, so it's been sitting, so it couldn't get past inspection. But what I want to do is I want to jack it up. I think this wheel bearing's going. And it happens, stuff sits around. The worst thing for a vehicle is sitting. I'm going to jack it up and see about this wheel bearing. And if it is bad, it's not a problem. It's a bolt-on hub. It won't take that long to pick one up. So it's not a wheel bearing, at least not on that side. I thought this was the noisy side. Well, there's no movement in that. I'm going to jack up the other side, just jack up the whole front end. Be able to start rotating things, see if I can't hear anything. But I'm telling you, this thing, it howls. You think 40 miles an hour, and she is nasty loud. So it's probably something pretty simple. It has to do something with it sitting. All right, you hear something on this side. So I ended up going out. I bought, the dang box open, bought a brand new wheel bearing. So I shook the wheel up and down and it didn't move, but I mean, the more I mess with it, this is what I'm going to try. This was $116. I could have got it a little bit cheaper online, but I wanted to do it today, so I just paid the money. We're going to slap it on there, and if that fixes the problem, this is going to be $116 well spent. I was looking at that wheel bearing and thinking, man, I gotta pound those studs through, but then I realized it's a Volvo. I don't really work on this stuff, so a lot of this is new to me. As far as Volvo, I know Volkswagen a little bit. Volvo, BMW, I don't really work with any of that stuff. Of course, they're bolts, they're wheel bolts. There are no studs. For once in my life, that's a good thing. So what we're going to do is take out this bolt. Well, let's get the caliper off. Yeah, we're going to get the caliper off so we can get the rotor off. Hopefully there ain't too much weirdness going on there. And then we'll get the axle off. There'll be 4 bolts in the back. And everything should just pull right off, I guess, hopefully. Oh, look at that. See this little, there's this little nut right here, oh sorry, a little bolt right here. And this is actually going to keep this rotor onto that hub. So I was looking at in the new one, I was looking at it, I was wondering what that was. If you look, I guess it's so, I don't know why they have, I don't know, why would they do that? That's so stupid. Anyway, alright. I wasn't even sure if this is the right one because they were asking me questions like what year is the vehicle, what motor is in it, 2 things I didn't know. I thought it was an 04, it's actually an 03 I think. I'm still not sure, still don't know what motor is in it. But I said, we'll just take a guess. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the brake caliper. And that's a Torx. what do we got here? I was worried it's going to be a funky size. Looks like a 45. I've heard some horror stories about them using some funky size torque on these vehicles, and that worried me. Thought I had a backup plan, but we don't need it. And when you do these, they have these little, hold on, it's a rubber boot and they have these little plugs on there. So if you run those little plugs, you just yank them off by hand. What I like to do is get a screwdriver in here and try to pry without damaging anything. Pry this caliper. There's not much to pry on here. That's the ear for that brake. Get this mess out of the way. That ain't going anywhere. Alright, next. We're going to take a 15 millimeter and we're going to undo these bolts for the caliper bracket. Now they were tight. I ended up putting a bit of a pipe on this ratchet here, the cheater bar, to loosen these up. I don't know what this piece, that piece is, but nonetheless, it's a 10 millimeter for this little bolt here. It looks like that'll be easy to lose. This is going to be a 14 millimeter, but the problem is the drive CV axle, whatever you want to call it, is going to spin. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some power on there. Well, here goes nothing. That is not powerful. So how do we keep that from moving? That is a great question. So I ended up letting the jack down to put the other tire on the ground over there. Hopefully, yeah, that worked beautifully. I kept that from spinning. And there you go. There's the bolt that holds it onto the axle there, onto the splines. And then we just got to try to get this rotor off without damaging it, and that is going to be fun. Here I have a small hunk of wood here, a hammer. I don't know how much this is going to take to convince it. Not really anywhere where I can swing too easy. Let me try to lay down here and get in on it. New plan. And just like that, the rotor came off. I ended up putting the wood on there and keep banging a little bit. I didn't really damage that rotor doing that wood. Do not go metal to metal. Don't just swing against that rotor. That will destroy it. Alright, then next, looks like we got the 4 bolts in the back, and they're going to back off, and this is going to come up. Just looking, there ain't much room back there, so, oh man. I end up turning the wheel this way. Well, actually turned it towards the camera here. But that gave me some room to try to get my socket in here. So I got this to this bolt. I think that's kind of how I got to do it. This CV shaft in the way. I just dumped sockets everywhere. Crap. Not real impressed with this system. I'm going to get one of these bolts out. That's about it. So I ended up taking a 18mm deep socket, put it there, and just getting a little bit of love taps to back that axle out of that hub a little bit. That really seemed to do the trick there. Where's my extension? I got tools laying everywhere. I need to get a little cart to keep everything in. I'll be alright. Yeah, that'll work good enough. There's one bolt. That one's not out yet. There's 2 bolts, and they're the same size. Now I'm going to have to turn the wheel the other way here so I can get in back behind for the other 2 bolts. So we got 2 more bolts to go, I guess. That one's tight. Loosens that one up. Oh great, now I'm running out of battery. Oh, this is kind of hard with the camera in my way. Well, you get the point. That hurt. That was just my chin, that's all. Alright, so basically, the installation of the new hub is the same as the removal, it's just reverse. I would have filmed it, kind of ran out of battery, that was my bad. Nothing real exciting there, just would have drug the video out. When you come to take the old wheel bearing off, the hub, I don't know if there's any marks right there, you can see a mark. You just smack with a hammer, it'll come off. Just make sure you don't damage anything, you don't hit your dust shield or anything, it'll be fine, you just smack it. I think we're ready to take this thing for a test drive. I hate this part. Alright, we got brakes. We didn't damage brakes. So before, this thing was so loud, you'd hear it at 40, you can't even drown out with the radio. I should have took a video of it. It was last night, it was dark, and I kind of just got into it. Sometimes I forget to grab the camera. But we'll definitely be able to hear it right here on the road here if it's fixed. Because I mean it was nasty loud. I spun that old bearing around. I'll spin it for you when we get back so you can hear. Ooh, that is much better. This thing's a lot quieter now. This is nice. You definitely would have heard it by now because we're doing 40. And before, I mean, it would have just been howling. So I'm going to drive around for a little bit, crank some tunes up. Maybe I'll just listen to it. Crank the tunes up, it's fixed. Well, I'm calling this a fix. This thing sounds great. Anything else that I can hear is just a little bit of dirt being on the brakes from it sitting for all, whatever, 8 months or whatever. There's the motor, I was wondering. Alright, so I was driving and got a warning light for bulb failure, low beam. No, that ain't it. They're automatic. Where's the keys? They're automatic headlights. They're not on yet. There we go. Right there. That's the one to burn out. So we're going to change that quick. Just an H7 bulb. Nothing complicated, but maybe, you know, you never changed a headlight before. You're kind of curious on how it's done, and you're going to learn today. Alright, so something you got to realize, there's a high beam and a low beam. And for this car, our high beams over here on the inside, our low beams on the outside, there's these caps on the back, and it's a little tight in here. I got the camera facing the best that I can for this. You're just going to turn. Well, I just made that sound too easy. You gotta get your hand in here and turn that cap. And there's a bunch of wires that are going to be in your way, so just cut those. As a joke, don't cut wires. Hold that light for me, Zay. I don't have good lighting. I'm not at my house. I was just driving by and stopped in a buddy's place. It's snowing outside, and so I just pulled it to the front of his barn. There we go. That's the cap on the back. Past that, let's see what we can feel here.
The cop pulls you over. He's like, "You know your headlight's out, right? You're wearing a headlamp." And you're like, "Dang it!"
You're gonna have a connector. Now somebody's been in here before because the connector was broke, but I still have both my wires, so they're both good. I really can't get the camera in here. I can barely get my hand in here, and I apologize. So after that, there's gonna be a little retaining clip. It's gonna flip down. Alright, so here's the old bulb that's out. I can see where it's broken. I don't know if the camera will zoom in on that or not. The cat just ran out. You can see that retaining clip down in there. It's right here. And that, like I said, just hooks in there. And you'll see the hook in there. I just can't get my camera back in there far enough. It's pretty simple though. There's not really much you can go wrong here. Yeah, well, it's not in my way, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so when this bulb goes back in, you're going to see these little grooves in here. But right here where this is flat and has this piece that comes down, that face is down. So that's pretty important that you get that in there right, or else you're really going to be fighting with this clip. Now, maybe I can do this without getting my head in the camera here. Right? Now, I'm at the point where I'm trying to put this retainer clip up, but somebody broke this wire here, this wire connector. It's in my way now. Wow, that's extremely hard to film. This was supposed to be like one of those easy projects. Alright, so I just hooked that right back in there. It's tight, no doubt. Throw your connector back on there. Mine's broken, so it's a little, kind of got to rig it back on there. I don't. Backyard mechanics, man. Oh wait. Never mind. Never mind. Never witnessed anything like this before. This is dumb. Alright, so before I put this cap back on, we're going to test it out. That's probably best. We don't have to do it twice. Alright, so we're going to test this light out. And there we go. We got a headlight. So we're just going to pop that back cap on there and keep water out and on with the next project. Alright, a mirror. I broke that mirror in that last video. I guess you called it. Alright, let's replace the mirror. Alright, so when I took this mirror out, I took off that back plastic piece, and I'm pretty sure it's well shattered. I really smacked it hard. I didn't even go back to look for it. I'm going to let that go. That's not a big deal. That's just cosmetic, and you know, this was a $500 car. I picked it up real cheap, and I'm just kind of running it for a beater for now. But the real damage that we did is we took out the mirror itself. We took out the glass part of it. And that's a heated mirror, so it's kind of nice to have a heated mirror. Like if you're going to have that function, I could have replaced the whole unit that attaches to the door, like the whole thing, for like $100. But, you know, it's a beater car. So I got something a little bit different here. Let me show you what I got. I went online. I don't know if it was Amazon or eBay, but I bought a replacement mirror for it. And what it came with was the mirror itself. And it also came with, and I don't know how well it's going to work, we're going to try it, give it the benefit of the doubt. It came with a couple of these double-sided stickies. I think it'd be better just like a spray glue. But I don't have it right now, and I just want to put a mirror on this and be done with it. And then also, since I said it's a heated mirror, here's the old piece where the mirror attached to. You can see it's kind of like sprayed on there somehow, like one big adhesive, but there's the plug in the back, and the electricity runs down through all of that, and that heats the mirror. So we're going to scrape the rest of this glass off, clean it up some, and then apply the mirror part to it. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to peel that off. Maybe I should throw it at a trash can. I kind of got it off the last time. Oh yeah! I should find out what adhesive they use. That thing's really stuck on there. I have like glass all in my hands when doing this. You should probably wear gloves when you do this, to be honest with you. I just don't have any. I don't care if it's perfect. It's a beater car. Look, if it was a Lamborghini, I wouldn't be driving it. You know, this ain't a luxury vehicle like a Ford Escape or Ford Focus or something. We're going to put these little things right in the center here. I don't like these at all. This is junk method. But it's in method nonetheless. Break out your handy dandy knife, because we all carry a pocket knife, right? And everybody jokes that's a little knife, but I use that to gut some deer, so that's alright. Alright, so you peel that back. Next one. Peel that back. Take your mirror. That says objects in mirror closer than they appear, so you know that's read the right way. Oh look, you can probably see my camera. It looks really small through that mirror. It's not that small.
But it's probably closer than here.
Yeah, but if you have zoom. Alright. Alright, that kind of works, right? Alright, yeah, that works good enough for me. A blind man would pay to see that. That's what my grandma always taught me. Blind man pay to see it. I'm not sure how this was originally secured. These two prongs help secure it. But we're going to put some stickies on there too. I didn't read the directions. That's kind of cheating. And well, I'm still a man at the end of the day. Yeah, these stickies are annoying, aren't they? Alright, so we're going to shove this thing on here. Something to be mindful of, as I said about it being heated. There's these little connectors here. So I'm just going to kind of put my finger behind it and try to connect these before I do anything else. There's one. There's two, I think. And then we're just going to set that in there. And press it on. There we go. Yeah, it kind of snaps in there actually. That's nice. That fits really, really, really well. This end. There we go. Oh, the whole thing snaps right in. I didn't know that. That ain't going anywhere. Where's that going? Nowhere. You know what? That's a nice system right there. I'm happy with that. Alright. Now we gotta test something here. Well, that's good. $1. So as you see, the power mirror function still works. This whole thing's plastic, but it really took up to the abuse of that trash can. I don't know how many more trash can smacks it has left in it. Look, if I come across a piece on eBay real cheap that I'll slap on there for a couple bucks, I'll buy it. You know, going down the road, the car don't look bad. There's dents in it anyway. As you can see, there's dents in it, like by the fuel door here. There's a big dent, and it's a beater car, man. So, all right, well, I'm calling this done. I think all I gotta do now is go slap an inspection sticker on her. She's ready for an inspection here, and you know, run her around. I want to trade the car. I want to trade it for an old police car with a 4.6 in it. That's what I really want, because that'd be great for like sliding around the back roads here in county. So if anybody is watching this, you know, I'm in like, there goes my phone. I'm in central Pennsylvania, so if anybody's watching, it's like, hey, I want that Volvo, but I got this police car, and I got a trade. Let's make that trade. Let's make it happen. So I go through a lot of vehicles. I work on a lot of vehicles. I play with a lot of vehicles, and the more you watch, the more you're going to find out. How many trucks are sitting up in my driveways, eh?
5 or 6.
Yeah, they're not all mine, but some of them are parts trucks and project trucks. And, yeah. So, all right, that's done. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I got a lot more content coming. I'm definitely working on my filming because I'm kind of new at this and I'm getting better equipment. But bear with me. I got a lot of projects coming up. So go ahead, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up, which is really awesome. And my last video, like I've been reading all the comments and trying to reply to everybody's, and I'm taking all the criticism. So go ahead, comment away, tell me what you think or what you hate about me. I don't really, the haters don't bother me, so bring them on. But all right, till the next one.
is he doing?